Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of That's What It Takes with myself, your host, Mimi, and co-host here today we have Mohammed.
How are we doing?
So it's been a little bit since we've had Mohammed on the podcast. How's training been for you?
Been good. Things have been good. Training's been good. Clientele's been good. Everyone, a lot of smiles around in the gym, so everything's...
Yeah, it's pumping. It's pumping in the gym at the moment.
Literally, yeah.
Have you been working on anything in particular around your training?
Just getting back to my boxing, trying to get to like a competing level of fitness, So really taking care of my body, not just training but recovery as well. Biggest thing there. Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you've changed so far?
Actually stretching on a regular, not just when
Stretching.
I need to. It sounds like really minimal, but it has a huge difference. So yeah.
Mohammed's had a bit of a history with like a couple of niggles here and there, recovery, a few. And so because you're stretching, you're a lot more mobile, your body's loving you more for it now.
100%, yeah.
Are you doing anything else?
Just taking care of my body in terms of like sleep, resting properly, avoiding like simple stuff like avoiding screens before bedtime. It's improved my quality of sleep as well.
Yeah.
That's makes a change, especially when working as well. I feel more switched on, coming back into gym here.
Awesome. On that note of training, we've actually got a really special topic to share with everyone today, as well as a very special giveaway, which we'll get into in a little bit. But the topic we'll be unpacking is what it takes to lose 4 kilos in 6 weeks. Huge.
Very huge.
Bit controversial, I reckon.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
It's definitely possible. A lot of people don't think it is, but it is. Just a matter of doing it right. That's the biggest kind of factor a lot of people miss out on. Because there's ways to do it 100%, but what's going to happen after you lose that weight? Is it going to stay down on the scale, or is it just going to shoot back up where it was before?
Yeah. And so we'll head into the frameworks today on, what frameworks, expectations that's realistic to be working with, steps after the 6 weeks. I think the mentality coming into this is knowing that we're not just after a quick result, and this result isn't for everyone.
Exactly.
You do need to be able to fit a certain criteria. Say if you are quite lean already, that 4 kilos is not realistic or manageable within that 6-week frame. So we'll definitely layer into it a little bit more, but this special giveaway, which Mohammed will be telling us a little bit more about.
Beautiful. We have got 4 free weeks of coaching for our members here.
4 weeks.
It's going to be a QR code around the gym, also right here underneath my finger, where you scan, book in for a session, consultation, by end of Friday the 15th, and you get a chance to win 4 free weeks of coaching.
Awesome. So we'll keep an eye out of the QR code around the gym. There's probably a link on
Somewhere.
No, on our Instagram page for the club. So what you have to do is book in with either myself or Mohammed before the end of day Friday next week, the 15th. And we'll draw. We'll make a draw out of it and see who our lucky winner is.
Be kind of fun. Something different.
Yeah, very excited. And so the big topic about fat loss, like we all know what it is, but it's can be so hard to achieve as well.
Yeah.
What do you see just working with your clients as some of the biggest obstacles and barriers they're working with?
The biggest thing for me, the first thing that comes to my head, is lack of motivation. Because their goal might be so far away that they don't really have the motivation to really know where to start or just continually make progress towards it.
Yeah.
Could be other things as well, diets, struggling with consistency, not having the right structure. There's quite a lot that goes around it. What do you think?
Another thing with diet as well, I feel like some people go too strict without understanding what it is that they're applying.
Yeah, 100%.
They follow something that they've seen online or their Fitfluencer and think, oh my gosh, I need to eat. A lot of influencers do like a day on a plate, and they feel like they need to mimic that to see the results that they have.
Exactly.
Without the context of why it is that they're having that or what they're trying to achieve, very quickly you're trying to copy someone else's lifestyle and wonder why it's not working for you. I know a lot of my clients also get sometimes overwhelmed with the amount of information that's out there too. So knowing what to apply, and when they clash, it gets very overwhelming.
So easy to get lost in all the information and the sources out there.
Yeah.
That's where guidance is needed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. The great thing with coaching that I've noticed is shortcutting all of that. Being able to filter through that noise to help your clients just execute a clear path and direction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if we're not getting that result, we have that data that we track.
To make the changes we need to realign what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
To get to point from A to B a lot more direct, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of trying to shoot in the dark, it's informed decisions as we go.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we know what these key obstacles are, what would you say people would need as like key pillars for them to see success in this fat loss phase? What are people missing?
Motivation, 100%. We've already spoken that. Consistency.
Yeah.
Support, having the right guidance, right? And just with support is big on as well. Just really have the right guidance. Mimi touched on just then. Really have someone to push in the right direction and to really block out all the other noise that's around you.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest thing as well.
100%.
Yeah.
A big one would be accountability as well. Just having someone there accountable to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It definitely makes it a little bit harder to not show up when someone is expecting you to literally show up as well. So it definitely helps, at least to get those reps in early on in the phase.
Build the routine, build the consistency there.
Yeah.
Just, give that boost where you need it at the start.
You mentioned consistency before as well. Working harder constantly. Yeah. You can only work harder for so long.
Yeah, really, yeah.
How far does that... Look, it's required, definitely. But when you're doing absolutely everything and it's not giving you the result, how frustrating is that?
It's so frustrating. It's so demoralizing as well. It's like, it makes you want to stop and quit.
It's so defeating. Yeah. And we've both been there, and that's why we can speak so passionately about it. And so from there, it's, okay, if this plan doesn't work, why isn't it working? And then how can we change it so it's now enjoyable, but allowing us to reap the results that we want as well?
That's probably the hardest obstacle for someone who doesn't have the support they need, is they too harsh themselves, right? And then the consistency that they do maintain just gets to the point where it's not maintainable anymore because you're not enjoying it. You're not enjoying the process of getting where you want to be.
Yeah. Knowing where it's like enjoyable, but also what's required too. Exactly, You gave us we were talking about this, and Mohammed came up with a really good analogy. Like, a workout is a single drop in a bucket.
Yeah, literally.
And then consistency fills it up.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind. Like, wow, what a great way to kind of visualize the effects of being consistent.
100%, yeah. I'm very proud of myself for that one.
Yeah. It was probably side-eyeing me like, oh no, what's she going to come up with now?
I didn't know what she was going to say.
I would also add into that clarity.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you have a clear goal? Do you have clear targets to work towards?
Clear values.
Exactly. Or are you doing random workouts, random diets? Do you remember when you were doing just random...
Of course.
And hoping for the best?
That was basically me up until, obviously when I really took myself serious in terms of my body. Was training beforehand, especially when I was younger in school. Oh, yeah. Just doing it. That was my motivation.
Good intentions though, right?
Yeah,
right intentions.
100%.
But random workouts, random diets just lead to random results.
Yeah, literally.
And you don't know what's working. That's the craziest thing. Like, one day it'll work, the next you're doing the same thing, but it's not working. You don't know why.
Exactly. That's a big thing as well. Clarity in your results. Like, it really gives you the feedback you need to make the changes down the path, to get the results you need. Because last thing you want is to be doing something for 2 months and then not know what's changed and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, yep, 100%. So bottom line, you need a clear, simple plan to follow.
100%.
One more, I'd probably add mindset.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
With mindset, how do you frame that for your clients?
Mindset would be really understanding what motivation you have for yourself, and using that in the right way. Last thing you want is to use the motivation and crash and burn.
Yeah.
Use that motivation, tailor it towards the right things, and really give that the push for ongoing steps towards your goal. If that makes sense.
So it sounds like we're taking more like approach that is sustainable,
100%.
as opposed to one that on paper is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to give yourself unrealistic expectations of anything in the gym, because it's not maintainable.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset you want to take into it when you're training and when you're evaluating your nutrition. You just want to set something that's realistic. Because if it's not, it's just going to ruin your mindset and just ruin your motivation.
Yeah.
Last thing you want is just to crash and burn.
I guess this is where the comparison comparison truly is a thief of joy, guys. Because you're going to compare yourself to people that have years of experience, they're doing their own workouts, their own goals, pursuits, and you're trying to copy, and you're just like, well, if they can, why can't I?
Yeah. Doesn't work that way.
And so every time you try to execute something, and before you change the plan, I think breaking it down, truly, like, did I really do everything I could within my power to see through it? Or is this truly just not realistic, and I've set the expectations a little bit too high? Not to say that you can't achieve that. Maybe we just need to break that big goal down to smaller ones.
Exactly, yeah. Something more attainable. It's right in front of your eyes, it's right there, so you can really give it a bigger push. And then once you hit that, next one, until you actually reach to your destination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
100%. I agree with that. A pivotal moment for me and my clients, some of my clients, is to be able to visualize that end goal. Because for so many of us, that end result doesn't seem achievable, so far out. If we come into the mindset thinking, I probably can't do it anyways. I've already tried so many times and years. I'm probably going to fail again. That's where we fall short.
100%.
Do you reflect and kind of visualize ahead in 6 months, a year, 5 years, what that end goal looks like for you?
It's something that I've really started doing as a coach. So not just with my clients, but personally. When I started coaching, it really opened my eyes on what visualization can do for you. It opens up a clear path, and you can really set your structure for the goals and how you want to get to that point. If you really visualize what you're trying to achieve. Yeah.
It's not woo-woo. We're not tapping into woo-woo energy.
None of that weird stuff.
It's more to kind of have you think about the person you're becoming. And less about the person you have been, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's nice.
Moving and stepping away from that. Big difference. And that's going to be the biggest kind of shift you'll notice. And will have you reflect on your environments, your behaviors, the choices you make, and bring a lot of intention so that you get closer to the person you want to become.
100%. That's a good word right there, intention. It makes everything you do a lot more intentional for your goals.
Yeah, for sure. We got a bit of a game for everybody. Bit of a game. A true or false game. How well do you know fat loss? Okay, so I have these slides here, and I'll probably have Jairus help us pop these slides up so everyone can see and play along. Otherwise, if you're just listening through, that is so fine too. We'll also break down a little bit more about like what the facts are behind these statements. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Ready?
Kind of cool to see what people think.
Yeah. Alrighty, first one. You have to eat as little as possible to lose fat.
False. False. False.
If you're playing along, maybe just hit pause and like think about it.
Oh yeah, I should probably give them time to reply.
We'll probably just move through it pretty good though, hey? Why is it false?
It's just false, to be honest. It generally is just false. You don't want to really restrict yourself. So to eat as little as possible would mean to basically eat nothing, right? All you need to do is maintain a deficit, and that deficit doesn't have to be such a drastic change to the point you're eating nothing.
Correct.
Right?
I think the difference between eating as little as possible is the difference between you having the energy to show up for your family, for your training, to build and retain muscle. I think that's a really big thing coming into it. You can lose weight. That does not equal fat loss.
Exactly.
You know, weight. If I was to throw out a kidney and an arm, I'd be automatically lighter. But that's not necessarily the weight that we want to be losing.
It's not the life we want to live, is it?
That's
exactly.
Absolutely not. And so we want to be very strategic and specific with how we do it, so we are supported in the process.
100%.
With these extreme deficits and diets that you see out there, it's also not realistic. That's where do you notice clients having the experience of bouncing back
100%.
and maybe putting on even more weight the second time around?
I've seen it firsthand quite a few times. Usually have a sit down with like a new member, a consultation with them, and then they'll obviously break down what they've done in the past to really attack their weight, and it would be fasting most of the time. And what I'll find is they'll lose the weight 100%. They'll get down on the scale, but then one, they wouldn't feel better, and two, they'll just bounce back up. And when they bounce back up, that's usually when I come in, and help them out. But yeah, 100%. It's very common for people to fast, get down, but not really have the consistency or the right habits or the right mindset to really keep that, going forward.
That's huge. Having that habits and building that routine around.
Yeah, 100%.
Next one. A calorie deficit is required to lose fat. True or false? Ties into the first one a little bit. Hey, I think that we almost gave it away.
Honestly, it doesn't feel fair. Gonna make it harder for them.
True?
Yeah, true.
True, 100%. Doesn't matter whether you do intermittent fasting, whether you have keto, low carb, clean eating, whatever it is that you choose to do, as long as you're in a slight deficit or in a deficit in general, you will lose weight or fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose something at least.
The idea is that, so you would hear a lot about like energy in and versus energy out. So the energy that we consume and then out from daily energy expenditure, from exercise, and our body composition as we build muscle.
Yeah, 100%.
Where I see a big mistake is people going too low too quickly.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Those 1,200, 1,400 calorie deficits are insane.
I couldn't imagine. Like, I love food, so I don't know how some people can look at like.
I don't think there is a single person who does not love food. I don't think there is. Hey.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's just such an insane way to approach your health. I do not recommend it at all.
Yeah.
It's not maintainable. It's not good for your mental as well. It's
a
big thing people don't realize that when you're eating that little calories, you're not going to be exactly bubbly, it's gonna weigh you down regardless of if it's your mental or your actual energy levels.
If you can get away with a greater deficit, and then if need be down the track work your way down over months, weeks, and then gradually build down if need be, I think that's where we have that leeway if our body adapts, because you're going to get stronger, you'll get better. If we're already starting at 1,1200, where are you going to go down from that? You can't.
Literally.
Your body is so adaptable. It is so smart. And that's what a lot of people don't account for.
Give it the time to adapt. That's what it needs.
That's it. One last thing.
Yep.
The deficit alone, for it to be efficient, food alone, yes, you can still lose weight. But if you have the steps, if you're moving a lot during the day, you're in the gym, muscle building training, strength training, that's going to help facilitate that so much more as a whole.
And maintain it. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Number 3. Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. A successful fat loss requires hours of cardio.
Ooh, 3, 2, false. I hope you guys got it right.
Why is it false?
Cardio isn't the only way to lose weight. It's different, like just how I was talking about before, maintaining that deficit. There's ways to burn calories, not just running it on the treadmill for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour a day. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely. I think it can definitely help facilitate and increase energy expenditure, but it's not necessary.
No.
It's not an absolute must. What does help a lot in terms of like resistance training, strength training, what we see is that it preserves muscle mass, that shape that so many people talk about. That's how you build it.
Yeah, a lot of people think that you have to lose everything to get the shape, but you actually have to build the shape first, you know?
Yeah, we can definitely build as you go,
100%,
right?
100%,
As well. So, crazy. Don't have to become a cardio bunny to lose fat there.
At-home treadmill just to burn fat. There's other ways to do it too.
I've been there.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
Brutal. The next one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Carbs are bad for you.
False.
Yes.
Your body needs carbs.
Yeah.
It's an energy source, you know, for training. And without that, obviously, in the gym, you wouldn't be able to push it as you want to because you just be full flat. Obviously, excess carbs, that's where, you know, the question kind of changes. But
Correct.
body does need carbs to function.
Yeah. It's whenever you have an excess of anything.
Yeah.
That's when it works against your favor. Even the best things for you, too much of it becomes disadvantageous. Yeah, it becomes bad for you. What are the benefits of carbs?
One, a fuel source, obviously.
Yes, 100%.
Huge. It's huge fuel source for your body. What do you think the benefits are?
I'd say recovery.
Yeah.
So I tell a lot of my clients, especially now that a lot of them are stepping into a strength goal, performance-based goal, having something light before and well balanced afterwards, including carbs, will help so much in terms of recovery.
100%. Yeah.
Your training sessions are better, you're energized, not just within the gym space, but outside as well.
100%, yeah. It's something that once I got back into training properly, recently, we kind of had a discussion about this recently.
Yeah.
I would feel so flat because I'm someone that when I train, I want to push myself and I start lose a lot of, I lose a lot of everything basically. I'm sweating a lot, burning a lot of energy, and then afterwards, I wouldn't really fuel myself up properly, and then I get to the point where I just have no energy, be like very cloudy, my head and all that type of stuff. So that really actively trying to incorporate a pre-meal, maybe a mid workout snack and a post-workout snack, that type of stuff there really allows me to enjoy the rest of my day, but also be like switched on for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Definitely. I think being strategic, if we have limited carbs as a target that we need to have, being strategic with when you have and what you're having will help support your fatigue, energy levels, but also your cravings too.
Cravings.
What's your favorite carb source at the moment that you're incorporating?
Recently, I feel like potatoes have been hitting differently.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But
I am a sucker for potatoes too. Potatoes in any single form, let me have it.
Yeah,
Let me have it.
Yeah, 100% potatoes.
Mad.
What about you?
I am absolutely frothing my jam toast.
Really? Okay.
With a sprinkle of salt.
Okay.
It hits like
Jam
as a
toast.
pre-workout,
Ooh, yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
snack just before the gym, toasted, a bit of butter. And you don't, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
Some people think if you go by the serving size on the packet, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, literally.
But you have so much control. People don't realize you have so much control in the amount you actually consume.
Yeah, the portion sizes like play a huge part, you know? Yeah.
My slice of toast has 5 grams of jam. So if you ever want to play with it at home and see what 5 grams looks like, you can milk it out.
Yeah, literally.
I tell my clients, see what you can get away with as a minimal dose, but still give you that satisfaction.
Yeah, with that craving, exactly, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
gotta go home and make some more.
Yeah, literally.
Moving on to the next
In
one.
the podcast now.
Actually, I prepared some earlier. Weight loss and fat loss are the same.
No. Ooh,
Yeah.
sorry,
No,
that's
you're fine. I feel like we said that a little bit earlier
Yeah,
anyway.
100%,
But
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
So obviously weight loss and fat loss are two different things. Weight loss is losing everything. Water weight, muscle mass and fat.
Yeah.
And fat loss pretty self-explanatory. It's just when you're slowly burning and losing fat. So a lot of people think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's something I usually have to touch on in my consultations with people getting into like fitness and nutrition.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very common.
Yeah. The biggest thing for fat loss is that we're preserving muscle as well.
Yeah,
We're retaining the muscle that you're building and not just stripping it away. We don't want to lose any of that lean mass. Not even just for physique goals, but long-term health.
100%.
Your bone density, especially for females coming into menopause, post, so important because we have a higher risk of osteoporosis. Ways to protect, it's like insurance, life insurance.
Literally, that's a perfect way to put it. That's a perfect way to put it, yeah.
So if not for body image, not everyone has that goal. Some may be in a really good place with that. At least definitely for your health. Yeah.
100%.
Awesome. Green powders, detox, fat burning supplements will speed up fat loss. Just out with
Speed
it.
up. That's false.
Nah. What do you need?
Good structure.
What we touched on, hey,
literally.
the deficit, good sleep, stress management, consistent around the gym, movement. A lot of fat burners are just overpriced.
Yeah, literally. You just,
Overpriced caffeine pills.
Literally. It's a perfect way to put it. You're paying for the caffeine. Yeah.
As painful as it is, there is no shortcut.
Yeah.
Like you can't override the data, the science behind what goes into it.
Literally. Yeah. Yeah.
I think as well, like if we forget about your recovery measures, people think that can use these supplements as a band-aid to help.
Yeah, it's a cheat code almost.
Yeah.
Just get to it as quickly as possible, but
If you don't have that routine, like you keep talking about the structure of supporting your training and output, ultimately your body's going to give you signs and signals to tell you what it needs.
Literally. Yeah, 100%. That's something I tell my clients all the time. Always want to listen to your body. Listen to your body warming up when you're cooling down, while you're training, obviously with your nutrition as well. Always keep on listening to your body because that's when you can really understand what it needs.
Yeah.
Don't just go full steam ahead and just ignore all the signs. Take your time, listen to the signs. If you see a bad sign, reevaluate, then think about the next step forward.
Yep. Next one. Eating after 6 p.m. will make you gain fat.
Not necessarily, no.
No.
False.
Is there a bit more to it that you would probably like?
Yeah, I mean, basically what we touched on before, as long as you're eating in a deficit, regardless of what time you're eating, it's still gonna be a deficit. You know, you can't really change that fact that you're in a deficit. It's just a matter of obviously maintaining that deficit regardless of when you're eating.
Definitely. So less about when you're eating and more about how much you're eating.
Exactly, the quality.
And really important that eating late at night, you know, it's not gonna all of a sudden just put on all this fat deposits in your body.
Your body like processes twice the calories or something like that. It definitely doesn't work that way.
Unless you're in a surplus, then that's a different story.
100%.
If we have that information and we're tracking daily on an empty stomach, if we eat a little bit more or we have an event the night before and we weigh in heavier, we have the information to tell us like, oh, it was just a one-off.
Let's make up for the next day, you know. Or
let's restart, go back to the plan.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people freak out when it's like, oh, I'm weighing in heavier. Something must be wrong.
Literally. I remember like a client recently had to tell them to stop weighing themselves twice a day. I'm like, let's not do that. Okay? It's just, obviously, one, it's not an accurate reading, obviously, because your body goes through so much water, food during the day, and two, it just stresses you out for no reason.
Yeah. You know? Becomes quite unhealthy and obsessive at that point.
100%. Yeah, it's not a good way to approach it. Definitely recommend, you know, at least a set time during the day, every day, where that's, at least it's consistent, going forward. You know.
Most consistent time I've noticed probably in the morning, first thing in the morning.
Most accurate reading, I feel like, because basically it's fasted for the whole night before, so.
Yeah. All right. Not too many left now. 2 left.
Do it.
Second last one. Habits matter more than habits matter more than motivation.
That's a hard one. I have to think about that.
One more time, already? Habits matter more than motivation.
I would say true.
Yeah,
it
is. What's your take on it?
Obviously, motivation can take you to point A to B, but I feel like having the right habits can take you all the way to A to C, if that makes sense. I tried to explain that in my head.
Motivation is so fleeting, right? It's very fleeting depending on what stresses you have, your mood, your energy levels, and not always reliable.
Yeah, exactly. Motivation can change, but the habits will most likely stay the same.
Correct. When external things happen that pull us away from our structure and routine, finding opportunities to still show up and execute those habits is what's going to keep having you see results and drive forward.
Yeah, 100%.
If not to that like golden standard, in that habit, what's the next best thing? Or amongst those habits. So if this week it is so slammed, you generally do not have time to get to the gym, for example, could we replace that and keep your walks at least?
Yeah, exactly. Pushing for those high step counts and maybe putting that effort towards your nutrition, making sure you're on it and getting your protein up, making sure you're hitting your fats and carbs properly. Just putting that attention on time where you can't make it to the gym into the other things. Yeah. It's going to still help you achieve your goal.
Do the time that you do have, make that the best that it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Something is better than nothing. Lucky last. Okay.
Ooh.
Progress becomes a guessing game when data is not tracked.
True.
So true.
Yeah, true.
So true.
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, if you don't have the data, you are guessing.
100%. Yeah.
You are straight up guessing.
You're walking around blind, basically. Yeah.
What have you noticed?
I've noticed that it's very common. A lot of people just come into the gym on a regular basis. Good consistency, good motivation to come in, but that's just gonna only get you to a certain point. If you're not getting results you want, obviously you're not gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
It's just hard to really head in the right direction and really make the changes you want to your body.
Yeah.
If you're not getting the feedback you need from the body to make the changes you need to make sure you're going in that right direction.
So what would you track?
Multiple things you can track: scale, measurements of your body. There's things as well like body scans that we do have anytime here.
The Evolt scanners.
The Evolt scanners, yeah. What else can we track? Photos. A huge one is the photos. Really having it in front of you to see where you started and where you obviously are now. It doesn't lie to you, basically.
Nah,
you know what
does
I mean?
not.
It does not lie to you. Yeah.
I'd say nutrition.
Yeah, there you are.
Your training. Are you progressively overloading and progressively improving? If not through your technique, then your form, your reps, how you control the weight, the load. Are you getting stronger? All of this data, even your steps included. What's your weekly average?
Mine at the moment, right now pushing for it, around 8,000, and I'm very happy with that. Some days I hit 10 plus.
Yeah.
But that's my goal. I try and push for 10, but obviously some days I can't. So right now, I say around 8 to 10.
10's not some magical number, but it does indicate like a quite active lifestyle. Most clients 8 to 10, but if someone's come to me and they're averaging 3, I'm not going to give them an 8K goal to hit.
Exactly.
It'll be maybe 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe 4 even. Let's just put in a 10-minute walk each day.
Yeah, literally.
And get that consistent.
Consistency, there we go. Yeah.
Then build it up.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that just thinking about it, it's so much easier. Like, obviously, steps and all that type of stuff, walking is not that hard, but doing the day-to-day, you don't really think about, let's go on a walk, because you're just so tuned into your day-to-day life. But actively thinking about it, I need to get my steps up, and actually tracking it, it's just a lot easier to just get out and do it, if that makes sense. Just actually,
because it's on front of mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those collectively give us the bigger picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
And so as a coach, when we need to make those informed decisions or help our clients guide them in making the next step, it's very specific on the outcome that we're trying to achieve.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like overall, maybe fat loss, but this week, if we have a specific goal we're trying to achieve, to facilitate that bigger picture, it's like, okay, this is what we need to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I reckon we did pretty good. How do you think everyone else went?
I think
Playing along?
Yeah, I think most people have got all of them right, I think.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah, I think so too.
High hopes, guys.
Yeah.
So when we break it down to get results, we look at your lifestyle.
100%.
There's your nutrition. We look at your mentality if we know it's clear. Do you have that 3, 6, 12 month drawn out?
Yeah.
You have your training, as well as a program specific to you. Essentially taking all of that guesswork out.
Yeah. The guesswork is what really kills, I feel like. Not knowing what to do, the approach you need, and if you're actually going in the right direction, you know. Yeah, avoid guessing at all costs. That's probably the biggest advice to anyone. Really take control of your body. Yeah.
Definitely. Some pretty big topics we unpacked there.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Pretty big topics. Tying this back in, remind everyone, please, of the giveaway that we have.
Boom. All right.
Giveaway meaning free. One spot. Available.
4 free weeks of coaching. That's huge.
4 free weeks of full support, hands-on, with either myself or Mohammed. Only one winner.
Yep. Book in for a consultation by end of day Friday the 15th, and you get a chance to get, just so
you guys know, when you book in with either of us, you'll have a consult, we'll sit down, have a chat, but you'll also automatically go into a draw, and that's where we'll probably pull out the lucky winner the Monday after.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Well, I'm excited for it. Yeah.
Very excited. Monday after, we'll probably confirm that properly.
Yeah,
We'll make a post
100%.
of it.
Yeah.
Get the details out to you guys.
Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for your time and listening in to That's What It Takes. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Take care. Bye-bye.